This is going to be a little bit of a chit-chatty video. We have just gotten back from we've just gotten back. I've changed out of my pretty dress, but we have just found out what we're having. I can't even begin to tell you how shocked I am. I won't tell you in this one because you might not have seen the reveal yet, but we did a little sex reveal. The photos and video should be out like 3 days from this video coming out, but I am so glad we did it. I was really humming and hawing on, like, back and forth on whether or not we should find out what we're having, because I loved the surprise with Archer, but I think I found it really hard to connect with this pregnancy just because we've been so busy, and I think pregnancy after loss is just really, really scary, and so that was really difficult for me. But also I think it makes a difference knowing who you're going to meet. And obviously it's such a surprise anyway, but I think that this was a really good decision for us. So I will link down below the cutesy wootsy reveal, but highly recommend finding out what you're having if this is a pregnancy after loss, or you feel somewhat disconnected from your pregnancy, whether it's just because of busyness or just because it's all so new. I think this is really helpful. So we're probably going to spend the rest of the afternoon. It is really windy out there. I don't know if you can see, but it's literally, we were worried that the chickens were going to blow away this afternoon. So that goes to show how windy it was. But there's like storm warnings out there. It's really grim. So we're going to have like an early meal. I've got some lasagna in the oven. I've got like a nice crumble going. So we're going to have that with some ice cream. And then we're going to sit and play Lego and board games, which is what we've been really into recently. But I thought I would show you a little like pregnancy update. So I feel like, okay, so right now I'm 21 weeks pregnant, and I feel like I forget I'm pregnant 99% of the time until I like bump into something, or maybe I'm trying to put on some new clothes that are just too tight. I forget I'm pregnant. And then this week I started to feel like some newer symptoms. This week we also had, I don't know if I've mentioned so much about my care, but we are shooting for another home birth. I had such an incredible experience last time, and so I'm really hoping for that again. And we have had like fairly standard but also really minimal midwifery led care. So I've been really leading the care, accepting, declining, being offered interventions as and when I see fit, and it's been really lovely to sort of lead the way. And I guess for those of you who this is maybe your first baby, or you're hoping to lean into a different sort of care pathway this time, know that you can say no. No is a full sentence. You can also ask for more time to ponder on different interventions, different investigations, and you can lead the way in terms of your care. There is no right or wrong way to do things, and it's important to know that, because I think sometimes we can feel really disempowered as pregnant people. So this time around I felt really like I'm just picking and choosing what feels good. It feels really intuitive. It feels really good in my body. I've been feeling really well. I'm still continuing to like eat the way I've been eating and move my body every day when I can. My sleep has kind of gone to pots. I have started having a little bit of pregnancy insomnia again, which I had in the very beginning of my pregnancy. It's normally like one of my first signs, and that has been so miserable because I'm tired. The boys are still waking at least once each at nighttime, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it, really. I have been like, I know I should be doing more. I know I should be, really winding down at nighttime, trying to stop working, at least an hour before I go to bed, trying to cut out any of that blue light, magnesium, calming, sleepy teas, and all of that kind of stuff. But it's really difficult for me to prioritize myself. So maybe making this video is going to give me like a little nudge to start doing those things. A friend of mine actually gifted me some beautiful lemon balm herb during the week to make some nice tea with. So hopefully I'll start making some of that in the evenings and sip on that to help me wind down. But generally I find that it's not only the like falling asleep part when my mind is like really, really busy, mostly on work stuff and also like new baby stuff. But also when the little ones wake at night time, I find it hard to switch back off again. So that's been really interesting. I'm back wearing my ring again, which I don't know whether I ever had any swelling or it was all in my head, but I feel like it's all gone now and it feels fine. It feels comfortable. It's weird. It was weird to not have it. So I thought, let's just see and it fits on perfectly. What else do I have to say? 20-week scan was last week, which was something that I felt really good about doing. I would always prefer to know, like for me, I suppose with my healthcare background, both in my nursing and midwifery training, I love home birth, and for the majority of us, it is a safer place to birth our babies when we have a low risk pregnancy. However, if there was something untoward or some sort of fetal abnormality going on, or cardiac abnormality, if I needed to birth in the hospital, I would, for the safety of my baby. So that's why that's information that feels really good for me to have. It's not right for everybody, but for me, the 20-week scan is really important. And this baby is perfect. This baby is so perfect. I can now feel like their movements so strongly and like big rolls and kicks, and it's just so lovely. I was probably around this point in my pregnancy with Atticus when I felt them first move. So it's just so interesting, you know, how much more in tune we come with our bodies. But I've been feeling this little one for ages and it's just so special. It's really one of my favorite parts of pregnancy. I love having a bump, but I love feeling the baby's movements and feeling that like I'm never alone is really lovely. So here's a little bump update. Actually, I'm going to put out a separate video actually just relating to pregnancy fashion. Cute cozy cardi. Actually, hilariously, this entire outfit, underwear included, was made by my friend. It's all this like beautiful bamboo material, little cropped top. Here's the little belly shot. These are like flares, and the nicks are fabulous. Try and not show you guys too much, but they go up over the bump. And then I've been doing the extra layer of support with the pants, and it's just such a cute little wet outfit. Clearly I'm not a fashion blogger. You couldn't see my face for all of those little snapshots, but I'll be talking about my favorite outfits, the way that I've been wearing them to kind of be cutesy wootsy with a bump and not just feel like you're wearing a massive tent in that pregnancy fashion video, and hopefully you find it helpful. I feel like it's taken me through 5 pregnancies altogether, 3 full-term pregnancies to get to a place where I'm like, oh, as a short person, how do I not just get completely swallowed up in the look of pregnancy clothing? So that's been really fun. The other thing that I have been noticing that has happened is, and this is brand new, this has never happened with any of my pregnancies before, heartburn. I have been having reflux this pregnancy, and I'm almost like 90% certain that it was aggravated by something that I ate, but I can't pinpoint what that was. So this week I'll be keeping a little bit of a diary to kind of keep a closer eye on it. The biggest thing that solved it for me, and it's not something that I would necessarily recommend, I do have like a whole video on ways to manage pregnancy related heartburn, and this isn't on it, but fizzy drinks. I'm not a fizzy drink person, but I've been sipping on a little bit of kombucha or a little bit of like just like a fizzy elderflower blackberry drink they do from Tesco, and it's so yummy. So that has been helping massively. And but pregnancy heartburn, I get it now. It feels grim. It feels really grim. I'm gonna have a little look at my diet this week, check in on what's going on there. I'm gonna look at my pregnancy app as well, see if there's anything. A little bit out of breath, as you can tell. I've just been chatting. I haven't been running around or doing anything really, but it's, yeah, I get breathless really easily. Whew. For those of you who don't know already, I'm doing the Pregnancy Plus app. The boys like it because they can kind of like move the baby around, and it just feels like fun and really like engaging. Let's pull this little one up. Your weekly update, 21 weeks. So length approximately 27.4, weight approximately 399 grams. Movements of your baby are now deliberate with purpose as your little one learns motor skills and coordination. Although remember, if this is your first pregnancy, your baby's first movements... Oh, my phone has just completely crashed. Clearly, this is my not used all that much phone. Well, let's see if I can actually pull it back up again. Perhaps, possibly not. We'll see. It's such a funny one because I feel like in many ways I forget that I'm pregnant so much. So when I'm reading this, it could very easily be for anyone else, for any one of my clients. I'm going up to see a client who is only a month ahead of me. Most of my clients are not that much further ahead of me, and it's just so lovely to be able to like be pregnant, feel my baby kicking when I'm attending a birth. So yeah, I'm going to see a couple of my clients this week who are due in and around the same time that I am, a month, give or take a month or so, and it's such a sweet, special time. Okay, so even though hair is growing on your baby's head, the color will be white, as the pigment has not yet developed. Your baby's skin is wrinkled and still translucent. Your baby's now able to blink, and the eyelashes and eyebrows are formed as well. The bone marrow is making blood cells by now, a job previously done only by the liver and spleen. So interesting. And then it's talking about, bits and pieces for me, and talking about how my uterus is expanding and is now at belly button level. I would say that's probably about right, because, well, maybe slightly higher in this pregnancy, but my belly button, can you see? It started to do that weird little pop, but it's such a fun point in pregnancy. I love when all these changes happen. It's like, yes, my body's doing what it's meant to. This goes on to talk about pelvic girdle pain, which is something that I have experienced a smidge in this pregnancy. I'm going to do a whole separate video talking about pelvic girdle pain and how I've been managing it, the advice and recommendations, and the evidence around it has changed an awful lot. And so some of the movements and recommendations and supports that I will give, I hope you'll find really, really helpful. Comment down below if you're waiting for that video, because I think it's going to be so supportive for you. And I hope you found this little update fun. Go check out my Instagram page if you want to see the sex reveal, and I'll see you in the next video.